Hi guys, so I am just getting ready for my shoulder surgery and I thought that I would document it just because I didn't find a whole lot of content on people recovering from surgery when they live alone, which I do. I will have somebody bringing me back to my place after the surgery and staying with me for a bit. I'm having surgery on my left shoulder and I am left-handed. My hand will be in a sling for 4 weeks, I believe. So I have been mentally preparing to basically do everything one-handed and not my dominant hand. I just did a bunch of meal prepping, so I have meals for the next 4 or 5 days that I can just easily heat up and eat. I made some shirts that are Velcro so that I can just easily put them on one-handed. I just bought some oversized men's shirts and then I just attached some Velcro. I cut a slit down the side of it, the left-hand side, and then added some Velcro to both sides. So I will be lounging around in some extra large shirts for the next week or so. And if you watch some of my older vlogs, you'll know that I went and bought a bunch of disposable, compostable dinnerware so that I don't have to do dishes. And I also have things like pumpable shampoo and conditioner so that I can just use that one-handed. So I have to fast after midnight tonight. And I think I can have like some apple juice in the morning. I have a feeling that I might be nauseous. This will be my first time getting anesthesia. I don't know how to say it. So I doubt that I'm going to be eating tomorrow. So tonight, probably not a great idea, but I'm getting some McDonald's because I'm really craving a triple thick vanilla milkshake. I am most excited though that I will be able to put both of my arms over my head going on a roller coaster when I get back to Disney World. So I'm going to have my last supper and then see you guys in the morning. Have a Big Mac and fries and a triple thick milkshake. Yum. So I am just about to step out to head to the hospital. I slept okay last night, which is good because I doubt that I'll get much sleep tonight. So let's go do this. So it is 9:30 in the morning, next day, and I'm a little groggy, but I just thought that I would give an update. So I went into surgery about 2 hours and 45 minutes after I arrived at the hospital. Surgery lasted about an hour and 45 minutes. And then they wheeled me back into my room. I would say that so far, the worst part was waking up from the anesthesia. So the surgeon came in to talk to me beforehand, and so did the anesthesiologist, who was pretty funny. And all the nurses were super sweet, so I was nervous being there, especially alone, but everyone was super nice. My friend came to pick me up after the surgery because I knew that it was just going to be a long day of waiting. I really don't like needles, so didn't quite like the part of getting the needle for my IV and the anesthesia. So they wheeled me into the operating room, and before they even switched me over onto the bed that they'd be operating on, they got me all hooked up for the anesthesia. And then I just heard him say, "I'm giving you some happy juice," and I laughed, and then I felt really happy. And I just said, yeah, I said, I feel really weird. And then that was it. I was out. And I just remember seeing smiling faces as I completely blocked out. Waking up though was a different story. I really just was confused. I didn't know where I was. I woke up in a room with other people that were recovering from surgery, but I couldn't get a deep breath, which is normal. But at the time, I kind of was panicking because I just felt like my lung capacity was at like 25% of what it would normally be. And also, I was shaking quite a bit. It almost felt like I had a flu or I was in shock or something. But there was a nurse right next to me asking me questions, and I was telling her I don't feel like I can breathe well, and she's like, that's normal, it's okay. And same thing with like the shaking. She's like, it's just you're coming off the anesthesia, so this is normal. So that was nice to have her talking to me as I was coming to. And then she wheeled me back into my room, and within like 5 minutes of being in the room, my friend showed up, so that was really nice. And she's also actually a nurse, so she was able to kind of like keep me calm as well. My throat, and it's still kind of sore and groggy, but my throat was really dry, and I wasn't in pain, but I could feel that there was something going on with my throat, and that was from the breathing tube that they had put in. And I wasn't awake for this part. They did it after the anesthesia, but they put a nerve block in my neck, and that was supposed to basically kind of freeze my whole arm. And it feels just like dental freezing. When I touch my neck, it kind of feels like it's frozen. And that lasts anywhere from like 18 to 36 hours. So I can kind of feel it starting to fade now. I couldn't really feel my hand afterwards. I could move my fingers, but my fingers were tingling. And this morning, it's not tingling, and I can feel my hand. I can sort of feel my neck, so I can tell that the nerve block is wearing off. So they gave me a prescription for morphine. I didn't have Tylenol with me last night, just some Advil. So I have to get some Tylenol today. My friend's gonna drop it off. So I was taking morphine and Advil last night, and also some more anti-nausea. I was really nauseated when I first woke up as well. I thought that I was going to vomit right away, but they gave me some anti-nausea in the hospital. My friend took me home. I was really craving. I hadn't eaten since 6 o'clock the evening before. And so my friend asked me what I wanted to eat, and I said, I want dill pickle chips. I was craving something really salty. We also, later on in the night, when I was feeling really fine and hungry, we ordered in some food, and I had a chicken shawarma wrap, which was so good. So I didn't have any issues with vomiting. I am just having a coffee here now, and I'm going to have some breakfast. I just have a store-bought quiche that I'm going to heat up and eat that. So I was just taking 1 5-milligram morphine and then 600 milligrams of Advil throughout the night, and that's every 4 hours and 6 hours. This morning, once I kind of tried to get up at like 5 in the morning, I could feel pressure all around my arm. Not pain, but I could feel pressure. So I upped the morphine to 10 milligrams. I do have a feeling that once the nerve block is completely out of me, I am going to have probably some pain. So I want to really keep on top of that. I also just took another anti-nausea so that I can have my breakfast. And I just have a bunch of pillows propped up behind me that I slept on last night. I was going to get a wedge pillow, but it just didn't look super comfortable. So I just have a ton of pillows that I'm using. And I slept quite good. I set an alarm for every 4 hours to wake up so I could take more morphine. So I slept pretty good, actually. I think I got about 7 hours. But I'm just going to have my breakfast and then probably try to go back to sleep. My friend's sister-in-law had a similar shoulder surgery, a little bit different, but she had a lot of issues, a lot of pain and a lot of vomiting. So my friend last night was just saying, you know, how well in comparison I was doing. That's something that I've noticed is from watching other people go through this. It seems to be like 50-50. Some people just are really sick and in a lot of pain, and then for whatever reason, I'm not having that experience. I think it's just people react differently to the anesthesia. So once the nerve block wears off, I will give another update. So it's been 48 hours now, and the nerve block is completely out of my system. I can feel my arm. I did notice yesterday that just taking the morphine and Advil wasn't enough to keep the pain down. My friend dropped off some Tylenol last night, and once I started taking the Tylenol, there's been no pain. It wasn't a lot of pain, but I just noticed that every time I kind of like moved a certain way, I could feel pain in my back and just the muscles being pulled. It's been pretty easy getting changed. So again, I'm just using shirts that have a cutout and some Velcro on the side. So I just slip that on over my head. I'm wearing just really loose fitting pajama pants. I was going to change my bandages by myself, but the way that they have them on, I just couldn't really reach the one that was further back. So my friend popped over and she changed them out for me. I didn't want to show that on camera because the bandages were pretty full of blood and that wasn't pretty to look at. But I have some fresh bandages on now. So I have one going this way and I have another one back there. And I haven't attempted to shower yet, so I will try that tomorrow. Last night and today, I've actually been really, really agitated, and I think that it's the morphine that's doing it. That is a side effect of it. Also, my face, especially my nose, has been so itchy. It just feels like I've got a million tiny little hairs on my face that I can't get off. And that's another side effect of the morphine is itching. I've never taken opiates, so I was very worried of how it was going to make me feel. I don't feel really high or kind of like out of it or anything. When I'm walking around the apartment, I do feel a little bit dizzy. So other than just getting a drink or having a little bit of food, I'm pretty much spending the day in bed. So that is day 2, and I will give you guys another update soon. And this is my view from bed. There's Mickey down there. And my 2 little cats. So it is day 4 or 5 now since the surgery, and I stopped taking the morphine yesterday morning. So I'm just now on the Tylenol and the Advil. There is a little bit of pain when the Tylenol starts to wear off, but it's definitely manageable. I really didn't like the side effects of the morphine, so I wanted to get off that as soon as possible. I had no issues yesterday morning taking a shower. I just took my sling off and kept it my arm nice and close to my body, and then just used all one-handed pumpable shampoos and soaps. I have physio booked for next week. So other than that, I'm just going to keep trying to wean off of the pain medication, and then hopefully physio goes well and I will have full mobility of my arm, which I have not had in 6 or 7 years. So I'm going to leave it at that. I don't think there's many more updates that I could give. So I couldn't have asked, I think, for a better surgery experience. I really thought that I would be feeling so much worse. So hopefully if you're having some reservations about surgery and you're nervous, that this helps to sort of ease your fears. I do have a weekend trip booked at the end of this month to go to Boston, so I'm hoping that I will not have a sling on and I will just have a really great vacation. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a colorful day.